Becky, and I am in our homeschool room right now. A couple people had asked me to do a video, kind of a follow-up to my preschool curriculum video of the kind of supplemental things that we do with the preschooler to add to, you know, the bulk of the curriculum, the meat and bones of this curriculum, I guess you should say. So there's quite a few things that I have, and I'll put links for things whenever I can find them in the description box below. The first thing I don't actually have with me, she's got a Leapfrog Leap Pad and a Leapster. So the Leap Pad is more like an iPad kind of a shape. And then she's got the Leapster GS, which is like more of a smaller handheld. And the games are interchangeable. There's some ebooks that you can use on the Leap Reader that I don't think you can use on the Leapster. But I got both of them for such a good price last Christmas that we ended up just getting both of them. And we have not found that it's been a waste to have both, because there are certain games that she does better with on her Leap Pad just because the screen is bigger. So that one usually works out better for her games that are about drawing and making letter shapes and things like that. And then her Leapster, which is smaller, is nice to take in stores and places like that, and for games that aren't necessarily, you know, where she's not having to draw out bigger things. The main thing with those are, I mean, there's just so many games. You can buy the cartridges in the store, or you can go to the Leapfrog app store and purchase the app, which is what I was going to say I have found is the best deal. For several reasons. Number one, they have sales on their apps all the time. Number two, you don't have to worry about keeping up with cartridges. Like I said, the games are interchangeable between several of the different Leap Pad products. And if you have one cartridge, you're having to switch back and forth, or you might be out somewhere and the cartridge they want is in the house. But if you get the app, you download it and it goes, you can upload, you know, put it from the Leapfrog website. I think it's called Leapfrog Connect. You can purchase it and it goes to Leapfrog Connect, and then from there you can put it on any of your Leapfrog products. I can't talk. So that's really nice. The other reason is because you can buy, just like you can buy an iTunes gift card, you can buy a Leapfrog gift card, which is good for the apps. But what I have found though at Amazon is usually for a $20 app card, it's usually around between $10 and $14. So you're saving at least $6 right there. At least. If there's a coupon code, I think the cheapest I got one was $10. They were $14 regular price on Amazon, and there was a coupon code for like $4 off, so it made it $10 for a $20 gift card. So right off the bat, out of the gate, you're already saving that much money. Then when you go to purchase the apps on the Leapfrog store, they often have sales, 40% off or 20% off, or bundles where you can get several games at once, and that has been the best way for me that I have found to save the most money and for convenience. So I don't think I'll ever purchase an actual cartridge again. But there's all kinds of games. I mean, there's ebooks, there's music, there's little like full episodes of Umi Zoomy and different little things. We have a Frozen book that they love. And it's just really nice. I mean, there's so many different types of subjects you can get. There's phonics games and math games and skill building games, and a lot of the ones I really like are the logic games. I think the favorite one, it's Lula the ladybug, and it's this little cute little ladybug, and you have to like build her a little path with these pieces to get to the water droplets at the end. And it's just a really nice way to help kids learn logic, because if you have good logic and reasoning skills, then pretty much you're going to be better at any subject no matter what it is later on down the road. So I think that's all I have on my notes about the Leapfrog. So definitely check out the App Store if you haven't already. Oh, I already have them. Then I have a couple worksheets. I showed one of these in our Christian book video, but I'll show it again on here just in case you haven't seen it. This is from kindercraze.blogspot.com, and it's called I Can Listen to Stories. And so it's really nice for the age group that cannot read on their own. So I'll write the title of the book in for her, and then she's not allowed to look at the book. Even if it's a book we have at home and she's seen it before, I won't let her look at it immediately before I read the story to her, just in case, she might not remember what the characters look like. And this works really well with books, obviously, they haven't read, but we don't just have endless supplies of books that we haven't read. So she's not allowed to look at the book until I read her the story. And then she draws either a scene from what happened in the book, or she'll draw a character based on what she thinks they look like. And then after she's done, she'll circle whether she liked the book or she didn't like the book. And then I'll show her the book so she can actually look at the characters and compare, how it was different or the same as what she imagined it to be. So I really like that, and I'll put the link for that in the description box. We're also doing a couple things for her that we're going to keep and have bound into a memory book at the end of the year. And so a couple of those things are, for every letter, we have a letter of the week curriculum, and so for every letter of that week, like let's say this week was A, which it's not, but let's just say it was. I printed out found the biggest blank kind of A that I could, because we're doing capital letters first and then we're going to do lowercase. I wasn't really worried about lowercase. I wanted a really large, open, uppercase worksheet that whatever the letter is, she'll find something for A. So like if it was A, she might draw little apples, or if we have stickers, she could put apple stickers. I know for the E, when we did letter E, I had put googly eyeballs, and so she did eyeballs all over the E, and when we did L, she glued leaves all over the L. So then once she's all done with these, we're going to put them with a couple other things I'm going to show you, and put them into like a pre-K memory book, and like take them to Staples and have them spiral bound or something. So that's something we've enjoyed doing every week. And then this is from education.com. This is called Busy Book, and you have to have a subscription to education.com. But this is just a little nice thing where when you're working on whatever letter you're working on, they cut out the pictures so it helps them with practice cutting, and then they glue to this book whichever words start with that letter. So the letter U, she would cut out and glue the unicorn, the umbrella, and things like that. So she likes that, and we're going to keep that probably along with her alphabet scrapbook page I just showed you. And then also don't have to show you, but the Leapfrog DVDs and the videos on Netflix have been amazing. But the two in particular that I have noticed that she's picked up instantly, things that were in the video, was the Leapfrog Letter Factory DVD, which we have that and we keep it in the car. And then if you have Netflix, there's a bunch of different ones on there, but the one that I think she's learned the most from is Phonics Farm. It's got a lot more songs involved, so I'll hear her in there singing. And then words we haven't even, like letters we haven't even worked on yet, she'll be like, oh, Pooh Bear starts with P. And I'm like, well, how did you know that? It's good. It's from the, that show. So that's been really good for her. And this next one, I've got everything kind of stacked up here, so it's kind of hard to show it. This is the Learning Resources Super Sorting Pie game. And I don't want to open it up, but you can see, it's literally like this big around, and it's got these really nice, I'll show you some of the pie pieces. It comes with little tongs. Oh, I'll just take it out. So it's a little pie, cards that go in the bottom that can work on sorting the different types of fruit, the different colors. My daughter was trying to come in. Fruits again, and there's numbers too, which is our numbers one is in the bottom of this pie. I don't want to take that out. But there are several different ways to play with it. So it does teach numbers, color recognition, shape recognition, and it's just fun. And sometimes she just likes to play cooking with it, and she'll make us pies, and we'll say, well, make us a pie that has all bananas and pears or whatever, and she'll do that. And it's got the little tongs, so it helps with finger control and all those fine motor skills. The next one, my older daughter has a version of this too, but this is for kids. This is the Tangos magnetic, what the Tangos are, the little shapes. How do I slide this board out? I never can figure this out. Hang on. I'm trying to figure it out. Well, anyway, they do slide out somehow. Where's the tray? Oh, there it is. Anyway, the tray slides out on the sides. It's got these pieces just like for the regular Tango things, but they're magnetic, so they stick on this board. They're a lot bigger and chunkier, and then there's quite a few of these cards. I don't really remember how many there are, but they're leveled by beginner or expert. And they're double-sided, they're laminated. So it's good for the car, it's good for home, it's got the little handle. And like I said, it is one of those things with logic and reasoning. It's good for math, but it's good just to teach them how to use their brains to get to the end result that you need. So we really like that. And the fact that it is magnetic is nice if you do want to take it in the car. They're not going to be sliding all over the place. The next thing is actually back here, which I don't think you can see it. This is the Leapfrog Fridge Phonics. Can you see that? I'll take it off. Ooh, I fell out of my chair. We just put a magnetic Container Store strip right there above her desk. And this is actually meant for a refrigerator, but you can also hang it with picture hooks, or it's magnetic, so we just stick it on the magnetic board. And whatever her letter of the week is, we'll go ahead and stick it in here. And it sings the alphabet song, and it tells the letter sound of the word. And there's also a version that's not magnetic. It's more of a toy type thing, so it comes with a carrying case. And this part, which actually talks, is the lid. And so you'd put the letter on, and you could put the letters when you're done inside the case and carry it around. This is just what we have. So I don't really need the other one, but if you don't have that one and you're wanting to get one or the other, that's just up to you. Just know that there is a magnetic version and there's like a little bucket version. We really like that though. That's really nice. And it's nice to have it off my refrigerator now that it has a home. It can stay in here and not have to be on my refrigerator, which is nice. This is the Magic Moves electronic, what's it called? I think it's just Magic Moves. We got this one at Amazon, but they also have it at Toys R Us. I've seen it. It's usually around $20. Although I do know that Grateful 8 on her video, she said she found it at Toys R Us on clearance for like $3, which I never saw. And when I asked Toys R Us about it, they didn't even sell it in our store. So it was only online for us. But you know, just check it out and Google it. You can maybe find it on eBay too if you wanted to. But it's really fun because it's basically just pretend play. So you push the button, and let me see if I can turn it on. Well, it went on. So it lights up, it's really bright, and then you push the button, and it says like dive like a duck, and it's kind of a timed musical thing while they're diving like a duck. And you can repeat the same one over and over if they want to, but it's got a whole bunch of different things to pretend to be. So it gets the wiggles out of them. It's nice for them to pretend and role play. So we really like that. We've had that for a while. The next thing, and my version is probably pretty old, is the Leapfrog tag pen. They also have a Tag Junior for younger kids, but this has worked out pretty good for us. And my older daughter used it when she was little, and now it's, goodness, how many years has that been? My oldest daughter's 10. So we've had this thing for at least probably 5 years, and it's still going strong, knock on wood. But what you do is you plug it into your computer and you buy the books at the store, just like a regular book. Let me show you. You'd buy the book. But then when you get home, you open it up and you connect your pen to the computer, and you can download the words and all the, you know, the reads to your kid. You can open the book, play games. This one in particular is getting ready for kindergarten. So, let's see if I can turn it on. Yeah. So when they touch the book,
I'm marvelous Mikey Milk.
So whatever the book is, I mean, there's a lot of different things it does. It plays music, it reads to them, it tells them what words are, it can sound out each word individually for them. So we really like that. And you can get books. We also have the animal fact cards, which I had to get these on Amazon and pay a fortune because I've never seen these in the store. But when you touch, I should have turned it off. When you touch an animal, you hear that?
Tigers seem to enjoy swimming. On a hot day, they'll jump into a river or lake to cool off.
So it'll tell animal facts, makes the noise. My daughter loves the sloth noise. It's the weirdest noise ever. But they really like that. And they have all different kinds of books. I mean, they have princess books. We have a bunch of these. You can also get maps. We don't have the map, but if you get like the United States map and they press on the map, then it tells the state and the capitals and all that stuff. We have other similar stuff to that, so we didn't buy the map for that. But I think that the tag pen probably and a leapster is the most invaluable thing you can have when teaching your kids, because they're playing and they don't realize that they're actually learning at the same time. Oh, also, before I move on, there's also Learn to Read and Write with the tag pen. This one's Mr. Pencil. And usually Mr. Pencil is a game that you would have to use on a leapster or a leap pad. But this one's really neat because the pen actually works on this paper. So same situation, you'd have to buy the book, you know, buy these little notepads and then download the information to your tag pen from your computer. But once you do that and you touch these papers, you can, when they trace the lines, it recognizes just like the books do. And so all of these are writing skills. And there's all different kinds of these. And this one is drawing with shapes. There's uppercase, lowercase letters. I mean, pretty much anything you can imagine. There's a book that has a tag, you know, there's a tag book that you can get. So definitely check into those if you don't have those already. And back to enforcing her alphabet skills, we do a couple different things with Play-Doh. We have Play-Doh mats, which I don't know where these came from, but these are just something I downloaded for free off the internet and printed out and put them in page protectors. And so she can get these out, and whatever our letter is we're working on for the week, she'll get the Play-Doh out and kind of roll it into a little worm and then shapes it into the letters that we're working on. So those are nice. But if she gets tired of that, I bought this giant Wilton, it's actually cookie cutter set. And they have all the letters of the alphabet, uppercase and lowercase and numbers. I don't know, they might not have lowercase. Do they? I don't remember, but I know they have numbers and they have all the uppercase. So she can use those whenever she wants to do Play-Doh, and they can write out words and different things like that. So those are fun. Alphabet stampers. I'm almost done. We have this big case, and it's all of our rubber stamps. And the only ones I'm going to show you, because this thing, I don't want it to fall out. We have other stampers too, but I found these wooden, you have to get the stamp pads, but these are wooden alphabet stampers. These are all uppercase, but you can get lowercase and different things like that. And so we use those every now and again. And she has lots of fun with that. And then a couple other things we use. If you haven't heard of the Handwriting Without Tears program, it's what we're using for our writing. And they have all different age levels, but you can purchase, if you want to, the wooden sticks. And basically they come in all these different shapes. And you have to buy the mats separately, but the mats show you kind of how to form each letter with the sticks. And so we have the set of these. And I found a little case at Hobby Lobby to put them in. They all fit really nice in a little slender case, and you can see they're really nice wooden pieces. You don't have to spend that much on them though. You could find a template online. I actually did see some before I purchased those. If you type in like a Handwriting Without Tears wooden letter template, I think that's what I typed in, and all kinds of different things pop up. And you can make them with wood if you're handy, or you can use even just the foam if you're good at cutting and things like that. So that's something to think about, just for fun. We also use word searches for her. This came from the dollar store, although I did see it at Hallmark this weekend for like $4, which obviously is a ripoff. But you know, she can't read, but whatever the letter of the week is, we'll go through and we'll say, now circle all the A's, and she has to find all the A's. And it's just a nice way to kind of keep her having different activities that are still reinforcing whatever that letter of the week is. And it's nice because, you know, dollar store has a gazillion of these, and they're always fun characters that kids are going to like. And then when she gets older and she can actually read, you know, she can actually start looking for the words. But this is a nice way to start out, just looking for letters. And this I got at the dollar store also. This is Alphabet Matchup. So it's a game. It's just pretty much kind of like memory, but it's just all the alphabet letters. I'm not going to open that because it's like 9,000 cards. And this is our old beat up memory game. We have just the Disney version, of course. But I mean, memory is probably an obvious thing to say. Most people have that game in their house. But I feel like it's just a really nice way to teach younger kids to pay attention to what's going on and look at each thing and remember where it was, and recalling information, which is important because when they learn now, as they learn, they're going to need to recall information that they learned. And so it's a nice way to kind of reinforce that visually. And I think the last thing, yes, is this game, which I didn't really expect to like it. This is the Pooh's Number Match game I got at the dollar store. And I didn't really expect to like it that much because I hate playing games, I don't like card games, and I don't really have a whole lot of success with the ones that I get at the dollar store. But this is an awesome game. You can play it several different ways. You can match up the different scenes in sequence. You can match, like, this says the number 3 written out, and then 3 visually with the apples, and then the letter, or the number 3. But the way we play it is, I'll turn all the cards down and like all the different apple number cards. So it'll be like 3 apples and then 2 apples. And then I'll tell her, find which one has 2 apples, and she'll match those up. And you can play it a bunch of different ways using your own imagination. But we really like that game. She's really learned a lot using it, and I feel like that for $1, it has been really, really helpful with her number recognition. So that is pretty much everything. I know it's a lot of stuff, and I hope some of that stuff is unique. I hate to make videos if I feel like that there's a million videos out there that have the same information. I don't really know. I don't think they do. I don't really think I've ever seen anybody using any of this stuff except maybe the Handwriting Without Tears, the wooden sticks. Other than that, I think everything's pretty original. So I'll leave links down below for everything that I could find. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer it the best way that I can. And if you have any suggestions for me of something that she, you know, a preschooler might enjoy using that I didn't mention, then let me know. Please like this video if you like it so I'll know to make more like it, and subscribe if you haven't already so you won't miss whatever's coming up next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.